Oh boy! So today's video, we're gonna be taking a bit of a different approach today. You might be asking, why am I taking a different approach, or what approach are you even talking about? Because we've been talking about stuff like hacking and Reddit moderation and AI slop, and I said, you know what? There's something I haven't checked back in about probably about a year, and that is alpha males. Now I don't talk about them very often because it's a topic that's been done to death, but I saw this clip on Twitter that was really funny, and I remember I seen this guy around because his shorts will pop up from time to time, and I've seen other channels react to him. But I just want to show you guys this one clip I saw on Twitter because it's genuinely funny. So just watch it.
A job, you're not even in college, you're fat, you play video games.
And you are 5'3", my nigga.
Nigga, what the fuck did you just say to me?
Just saying, my nigga, you talking all that shit about me to entertain your fans while everything you mentioned is something that can change. And you stuck at that height forever, dog.
Realize you paid me to try and help you. So why are you acting like a bitch now that I'm telling you the truth?
Maybe I paid for some advice, not for a fucking mediation ritual.
Oh man, you're telling me somebody paid money to rag on someone? Alright. Sorry, let me try this again. Somebody paid money, okay, asking for advice, and then he somehow turned the tables on this man. But anyways, if you're not familiar with who this guy is, and I wouldn't blame you if you've just seen him around a bit, maybe I don't know, but his name is Fit Fearless, or FitX Fearless, or whatever the hell these people want to call themselves these days. I'm a bit lost myself. But the point is, he's one of those channels where you're like, if you don't get, what is it, 10 women or something, I don't, yeah. Basically, he'll tell you, like, he give you fitness advice, dating advice, all that stuff. So, a big core component about his, I guess his business is that he will have people call in, pay you to ask for advice, okay? Might look at your physique, they might tell you about your life, all that stuff. So, looking at a gentleman over there in the first video, while he was cooking him, that's essentially what the service is. So he tells you what you can and can't do. But you know what? Because I can only tell you so much, why don't I give you some examples of some of the advice he gives? And he's so great that he even has genetics that are just out of the ordinary. I mean, have you seen this man? I mean, he's built. He looks good. Totally natty. Totally. So yeah. But yeah, I can only describe so much about him. Why don't I give you guys a brief introduction to Fit Fearless, or FitX Fearless. Let's go.
If I was broke and I had to make $10,000 a month, here's exactly what I would do. I would get in the best shape of my fucking life because people trust you when you look good. You're watching this damn video right now because you see a jacked, handsome dude who's ripped. Proof of fucking concept. When you're in good shape, that is a status symbol. If you want to make money, show people that you've achieved something that they would like to achieve. If you haven't done anything that they can achieve, they're not going to buy anything from you. I started my fitness business in college, just personal training, offer some kind of service based on a problem that I have already solved because I was already in good shape. So people will listen to, they will trust you because you've shown them that you've done a good amount of work to look the way you look. So get in good shape, you will get paid more.
So anyways, you heard it from the man himself. If you want a successful business, okay, if you want to make 10 grand a month, you have to look good, all right? You got to look jacked, you got to look handsome, you got to look, you got to look at your peak. Then people will trust you. Not knowing that, your character can shine in any way possible, but I'm just a YouTuber, guys. I can't tell you. But anyways, so yeah, that's the kind of channel we're dealing with. No, there's other videos, but you know what? We're not really here to talk about him himself. We're here to talk about something a bit more interesting. So anyways. So I saw a few of his clips that went around and him coaching people. So I was genuinely curious. Okay, so I said, if I'm really lost, I'm seeking guidance. Okay, and I need to pay for it. Okay, I have some extra funds from work. Okay, and I want to pay for it. What am I going to get out of it? So naturally, what do we do? Okay, here I'm going to teach you a research concept. Okay, our business concept. Okay, we call it research and development. All right, so you gotta research what you're getting into. So naturally, I looked at some of his more popular clips. I was curious, okay, what exactly are people watching from this guy, all right? Because apparently, being handsome is the key to, having a successful business. So I found a few of his clips. And I gotta say, I'm genuine. We're interested, so why don't we take a look together? All right. So the first one we have here is well, apparently this Indian guy needs some help bodybuilding. So let's take a look and see what he has to offer.
Are you in the gym? What are you doing?
Yeah, I used to go to gym regularly, but I prefer to work out at home.
So you're not exercising, going to the gym.
I am lifting weights, but it's more like bodybuilding than powerlifting type stuff.
What does your body look like?
Well, see, I mean, I just worked out my tricep. I can show you that.
You take the shirt off, put the phone down. Let me see what your body look like.
I mean, I'm on a bulk, so it's kind of messed up.
You on a bulk?
Yeah.
Let me see. Let me see.
All right. Let me do this then.
You could take your shirt off in front of me. I don't care, bro. I'm not watching you. Okay, you ain't on no damn bulk. I don't know which bulk you on. You bulk my ass. You look like a 30-year-old man.
Damn, you did not have to go on the so hard to do it, man. I mean, I've seen some 30-year-olds that look great. You don't have to be so harsh. Jesus. I mean, I don't know. You know what it reminds me of, actually? It reminds me of, oh, man. I might be showing my age a bit, but... reminds you of everyone watched like Leafy is Here, and there's a series called The Content Cop. Yeah, way back when. And so one of the arguments that he used in the response was like, you look like a 30-year-old man. I don't know why that came to mind, but it's genuinely funny to me that happened, where it's like, you look like a 30-year-old man. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? Like, oh god damn.
He's a fucking 26-year-old man. Like, this is a 26-year-old man. You're a 26-year-old fucking man. He's 26 years old and a grown man. He's a goddamn gross 26-year-old man.
God damn. But anyways, if you had to ask my honest opinion, like, joking aside, he looks okay. I ain't no nutritionist, but I feel like it looks like he's like bulking in the wrong places. Because sometimes when you, at least from what I remember, when you bulk, sometimes you'll bulk the wrong spots, or the wrong spots don't balance out properly. So from what it looks like to me, at least with my best educated guess, it doesn't look like he's balanced out very well. But, you know, consult your local nutritionist or consult someone who knows better than I do, okay? I'm just a YouTuber. But it's just funny. It's like 30-year-old man. Anyways, let's finish it. It's so stupid. Okay, so part 1 of research and development so far. Okay, what have we taken notes of, all right? So he is somebody who goes straight for the jugular, all right? He just goes straight for it, just, you know, hits you hard with the hard, cold facts. I swear that approach comes from like a different kind of era. I forget what's this man's name. I can't remember it. You guys know who I'm talking about, probably, if you're ever in this space. But anyways, it's just interesting how, you know, I mean, it's blunt, but it feels like he's just kind of cooking the dude. You know what I mean? Like, he's just like, yeah. But jokes aside. All right, so research and development have showed me that paying for this, okay, I'm going to be getting it raw. I'm just going to get it, you know, raw dogging it. No pause. That's what's going on here. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Sorry. But yeah, anyways, my point is just that it's just interesting how his advice is very, like, I don't know how much you have to pay for this, but, you know, if you're paying up to, like, maybe, like, from what I've seen, some coaches, like, $200 for that, it's actually, some might be even more. Yeesh. Well, I guess I'm getting my money's worth. Maybe. I don't know. You tell me. Anyways, so that's the first video. So, you know, interesting all around, I guess. But let's do the next one, because the next one is... Oof. You know what? Maybe I got off on the wrong foot. Maybe he gives some better advice to somebody else. Let's watch.
Should I grow a beard, or should I just leave it shaved, clean shaved?
Bro, first of all, your forehead is huge.
Sorry, I'm gonna sound evil for this, but that forehead is actually like genuinely massive. And I've seen some massive foreheads in my lifetime, but he looks like he literally has the alien dome. That's what I call it. The alien dome. What that means? You know how like your stereotypical alien looks like, you know, this like gray skin, black eyes with a massive forehead? That's the kind of vibe I was getting, you know. Xenomorphs. Crystal Skull from Indiana Jones. Okay, I'm done. But it's just kind of insane. But like, okay, my genuine question, like, I know I've been kind of memeing, but like, do you really have to pay someone to notice your forehead is massive? I feel like, just to be, especially if you're ever been self-conscious about your looks, like in your lifetime, I feel like, I'm just saying that it just, to me, should you know you have a massive forehead? Like, I'm just trying to figure this out. And I mean, I don't know where anyone got this from, but like, if you grow your hairline still, you still have a massive forehead. Am I tweaking? Am I tweaking? I feel like that's generally true. If you have a big foreheads, then you can't really, you know, growing your hair out still shows your forehead. You know what I mean? Maybe it's just me, but let's finish this clip. I just had a whew. Oh man.
When you have a bigger forehead, a low haircut is not going to make your facial aesthetics better. I'm telling y'all, this is why I grew my hair. You motherfuckers don't know the difference between male gaze and female gaze. The thirds of your face right now, your forehead is taking the majority of your face. So I seriously recommend growing out your hair. Put your hand right here, bro.
Yeah.
Look how far your hairline is from your fucking forehead.
Right. I'm gonna go ahead and grow my hair. It's just that the reason why I have this low cut, because the type of work I'm in, like around the engineering space, they say we can't have no hair like in corporate America. I've been trying doing something like yours, but it's gonna affect my looks too in the dating market. So definitely, you said like grow up my hair.
Yeah, you should grow out your hair, bro, because this is crazy. You being stuck with that look forever is not gonna be the best for you, and you should grow out a beard.
Okay.
All right, bro.
Yes. Thank you, FedEx. Appreciate you.
Okay, no, that's over with. Okay, now that I'm just kind of joking, but now what's my honest thoughts about this? I feel like some of this advice is okay, but it's like I feel like, especially if you end up, especially if you pay for it, and I feel like your friend could tell you, like your friend could kind of tell you this, like anyone else could tell you this stuff. It almost feels like you're paying to have common sense told to you. That's the part that gets me, especially with a lot of these like alpha males, quote unquote. It's just that, you know, a lot of them kind of give you very basic advice, and the advice is kind of like, you know, grow out your hair, do this and that, and it's something interesting that he didn't even mention, by the way, is that like sometimes you could have the nicest hair in the world, but he didn't talk about dressing or anything like that. Like nothing, like how you dress, how you do this and that. So to me, it's all basically a grift. But unfortunately, these aren't really the funnier clips either. These are just the popular ones that I found. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that forehead, genuinely caught me off guard. But anyways, my point is that yeah, when it comes to this kind of stuff, I mean, it is what it is. Like, seek your guidance, guys. But like, it's crazy how he just went. You went from like, you know, I've seen Indian look like this good, and it's like, oh, you can do this and that. It's like, yo, and you know what's actually really ironic about like the fitness community, at least my experience with it, anecdotal, is that usually when I go to the gym, usually these people, when they talk to you, they actually at least for the most part, most of them are pretty accepting about your body type. At least they won't tell you like you need to put on more weight. You don't do this. It's like, from my experience, a lot of them are very, you know, receptive. Even towards like the fat people in the gym, they're like, yeah, no, they'll tell you, yo, push it, man. And I have nothing but respect for them either. So it's just kind of interesting how his approach is generally what I don't see in the gym space. That's really interesting. Just something I wanted to take note of. But anyways, yeah, so that's our check-in with alpha males. They're still doing, you know, they're still doing their grift. They're still doing what they want to do. But I just wanted to take a break from the more serious topics today, because I've just, you know, I forget that this channel is also meant to have fun. Not everything has to be so serious. You know what I mean? But anyways, if you enjoyed this type of content, like some levity in your life, or just like some levity in general, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and follow my social down description below. And yeah, I'll see you guys next video. Ciao, ciao.